This is GTC Champions World Cup, Round 7, Season 2, at France. This is your host for the evening, Tim Gray. For those of you who know me on screen as Ghost Terror 45. GT Champions is presented by RWB Racing and sponsored by Detailing Group. Make sure to go check them out on Facebook and all their websites. Those are posted in the description. We have a couple new drivers in the field today, so we're just going to switch it all up here. Excuse me, guys. I apologize if I delay or pause. This is my first commentary. This is going to be a little bit different than what you guys see on Saturdays, because this is actually going to be a replay of our GT3 division race from Saturday. We're trying something a little different, just mainly because I am participating in the GT3 division myself. So I'm unable to live stream the race like the amazing Tatiana and the incredible Presidio, or Chris, as many of you know. So I only hope that I can do even half as good a job as these guys do. So we're just going to flip over here for you. Again, this is a replay, guys. I apologize. So right now we're just sitting on the starting grid. We're just about to start the race, but we'll just go through everything here real quick. So we have, bear with me here. I gotta look at my phone because my computer screen is too small. So this again is round 7. The drivers had a choice between one of two Group 3 cars, and that would be the BMW M6 and the Mercedes AMG 2016 version. It should be an interesting race. We have a combination of both cars in the race, and it should be interesting to see. We are racing on track St. Croix A. It is, I believe, the second longest track out of the St. Croix track series. This is a track that was designed by Polyphony Digital and given to Gran Turismo. So this is a fictional track. It should be a good race. It has lots of corners, lots of technical spots that are done at high speed. As usual, we have two different tire compounds for this race today, and those will be one set of racing softs and one set of racing mediums, and the drivers are required to run one of each set throughout the race. And of course, the tire wear there is set at 1 times, so it shouldn't be too terribly bad. But this is a very long racetrack. It is almost 6 miles in length, and should be good. Fuel, at times 2 consumption for this race. With the length of the track and the timeline, fuel may play a factor in this race. We'll have to see how it goes. And as usual, the pit window is from minute 50 to minute 40 left in the race. The drivers only have a 10-minute window to make their pit stop, switch their tires, and refuel their cars. And the only time outside of that pit window that the drivers are allowed to pit is for damage only. They cannot take tires and they cannot take fuel, or they will, or they'll have a little chat with the stewards. Alright, so the starting grid, everybody. This is based off of round 6's race. GT Champions League always does reverse grid based off of each driver's fastest lap in the previous race. So that's going to be how this race is going to shake out. So in first there we got Mobile Edge starting up, and then we have second is Marchie Boy. Third place we've got Icer Walks 59. Fourth we've got RWB Agorski, and fifth we've got Egoni. Sixth I Am Supermex. Seventh we got G-Man for Fun. 8th, we've got Little Mac, who is right now on top of the championship standings. We have number 9 here is Icer Benjo, another one of the Icer Racing boys. And 10th, we've got Toxic Bacon. 11th, The Real Ozman. 12th as Venti Supersoft. 13th is GC12 Formula 1. And 14th is RWB Twilight. And 15th is Oz Quad Moto, who is one of the new drivers in the division this series. And one more driver that's not listed is myself as Ghost Terror 45. And be rounding out the back of the pack as well as a new driver. So hopefully the new drivers can keep it on track and keep it nice and clean, and hopefully they have a good race. Okay, so again, I'm new to this, guys, so bear with me. I got big shoes to fill with the amazing commentary we have in the Division 1 and Division 2 series here, so appreciate everyone that's stopping in. Let's go to this one right here. Alright, guys. So, we're going to make sure we throw down our beautiful, beautiful banner here. And the graphics done on stream are done by Hyprix, and you can also find them, I believe, in the description of the stream. And if not, you can definitely find them on the GT Champions websites for sure. Again, this is presented by RWB Racing, and this is sponsored by DG Detailing Group. Great group of people here, and they have a great thing going here. So without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this race going. Bear with me, I'm fairly new to this, so I will do my absolute best here. And this is a replay, so it'll be done a little bit differently, everybody. Guys, everybody made it through turn 1 real clean so far. Looks like we're just going to follow in behind Mazda here. Not Mazda, sorry. And we're coming into turn 2 here. We've got a little bit of argy-bargy up in the back there, but it looks like everybody made it through clean. Let's run through down into the middle of the pack here. We got a big group going here. So everybody's made it through so far. That's fantastic. We got a little bit of rubbing going on there. 4th and 5th place. Icer Benjo making a little bit of contact there with Little Mac in the championship, but nothing too good. Put a little loss in time there. And let's try to find a quick early battle here. Everybody's kind of already filing into single line. 7th trying to push up a little bit, back caught up on the pack. Hey, we got 7th and 8th. Just kind of getting used to their tires. Everybody's kind of getting, just getting comfortable getting right now. We have a spin there. Have a spin there. Nice. There. And Ghost Terror picks up a spot there, a free spot. So that's easy for new drivers. So there we go. 7th, we got our spot Moto. 10 drivers made it. Oh, we got a spin. Icer Works gets spun out. Oh my goodness. Let's try and take another look at that here, folks. Let's get on here. The beautiful thing about the replay is we can totally back it up and see. Oh, look at what we did. Totally. There we go. All right. So let's see what happened there. All right. He's coming in on the inside of Little Mac. Little Mac backed off. He's going in to take the corner. Little Mac takes it. Oh, a little bit of bumping there. And he just got too hard on the throttle. And that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Again, cold tire factor guy, guys. The races forget sometimes. You get excited to go in for the race. And it goes there. RB went a little bit wide there. A little bit wide. Doesn't look like he really lost any time there. battle here real quick. Oh! Oh, Little Max spins out. Oh, hold on. We gotta get that back. We gotta get that back. We gotta see what happens. Let's take that back for a second here. Let's see what happened to Little Mac here. Little Mac's coming into the corner. Looks like he's got it good. Oh, he just came a little deep. Coming around the corner, nice. He just got a little deep. Oh, he got into that grass. Hopefully he doesn't have too much damage there. And caused a little bit of a backup there on the squad there. So hopefully everybody's all right there. And looks like Little Mac is a little slow, so he may have taken a little bit of damage there. We got Ghost Hair coming up on the outside of him there. And we also had Ice Reverse go around there as well. So that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. That grass, guys. You gotta keep those tires under the grass. It's gonna go back to the front here, make sure we're not missing anything. Look at we just got a push there from I Am Supermax. We're gonna watch this battle here for a minute. So we got I Am Supermax running in Mercedes AMG. It's a fairly split field in the cars. I think that the Mercedes probably has a little more pull on a straight line, say, compared to the BMW, but the okay, I'm a little quiet, so I'm just going to get my volume up a little bit here, guys. Check as we watch this battle here. Okay, so kind of looks like Egon just decided to just kind of sit back here a little bit, probably ride the slipstream, maybe looking for a little bit of fuel saving perhaps. Let's take a look at these liveries too as we go here. These are some great liveries. We are seeing some pressure here. It looks like Egon is maybe thinking about making a move here, guys. He went on the inside. He's coming in on the inside here. Let's see what happens here. I Am Supermax is trying to hold the outside line. And, oh, a little bit early on the power. Spins it out slightly, but recovers nicely. Holds the spot. Going up into the bridge. And I Am Supermax almost kind of looked like he was just satisfied with just chilling back there and going, you know what, man? It's a long race. Let's just chill. Let's try and get a gap on the rest of the field. And we'll get back to the mid-pack here. We got Marchie Boy in third with a Mercedes as well. And let's take a look at the livery here as he goes by. Black Dog looks good. Nice, crisp, clean livery. And then we'll go to go hit up our guy RB Gorski here. And he's driving a BMW. So far we have a fairly even mix in the field. We have AMG in first, BMW in second, AMG in third, and then another BMW sitting fourth. So it looks like this is going to be a pretty good race as far as it goes against the manufacturers. So that's exciting, and should make the manufacturers happy to see their cars competing like this, I would think. And we'll move up to fifth here. We got G-Man rounding up fifth place here. Looks like everybody's just kind of chilling. We're going to go take a look up front here. Looks like we got a pass trying to be made here. Gorski looked like he was going to try and make a move. We're going to stick with these two here for a minute. We got G-Man maybe taking a look here too on the inside, coming up to the end of corner one here. Everybody just kind of plays it safe, just stays in line. You can kind of see it right here. You can see that Mercedes, granted Mercedes is in the slipstream right now, but you can see that he just has a slight edge on the power on that straight line. And then you kind of see that BMW pull slightly away back in the corners. So I think this is going to be a really great battle between the manufacturers. I don't think it's too easy to predict if it's going to be a BMW or Mercedes that takes this race, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't. Alright, looks like we had something happen in the back here. G-Man is under a little bit of pressure here from Osquad Moto, a new driver in the division. He's looking really good here, guys and gals. He's looking really good. And we got the BMW rounding out in 6th, so far it's pretty even. It's a Mercedes, a Beamer, a Mercedes, a Beamer, a Mercedes, a Beamer. Mercedes is just, you know, straight V8 American horsepower, so to speak. And then you have the BMWs with them turbochargers, and you know, it's anybody's race. Just gonna watch this for a second. There's a couple of little groups here we really got to start to keep our eye on. It looks like Marchie Boy and our Gorski is still battling a little bit, but not really, right? I mean, it kind of looks like that they're just chilling here. He's processing his information. It looks like he's just kind of waiting either, say, for Marchie Boy to make a mistake due to pressure, or just waiting for the time he gets a good run out of the corner and just make that easy move. Doesn't look like these guys are really wanting to push the envelope too much. We're going to move back up into the leader here for a second. Let's just, unfortunately we don't have live timing because this is a replay, so what we can do is kind of determine, ooh, and Egon goes a little bit short on the corner there. Is he going to pick up a penalty there for that? We're about to, yeah, you betcha. They gave him a 1 second penalty there for that. He just turned into that corner a smidge early. So let's see if this gives Supermex the opportunity here to get around them here. Looks like Supermex is just kind of content, just riding that slipstream, saving up his fuel, saving some tire, and I'm sure we'll see that pick up near the end of the stint here. But we'll keep our eyes on that first and second place. We got a couple little mini groups going right here, so we really got to kind of keep our eye on the deal here. So. Alright, I'm just going to bring chat up on my computer here, guys. So if I go silent for a second, bear with me. I am just bringing the stream up here on my computer so I can see your guys' the good stuff. Alright, so we got that going. We just wanted to make sure. Okay, it's not, anyways, it's not coming up. We had, it looked like Igorski went a little bit wide there, and, hold on, we're missing something here. Alright, we have Quasimodo, looked like he got around G-Man there, but it looks like G-Man's not quite done, you know, and G-Man does take the spot back going into the corner here. Let's see if Moto can make a move back here, if he's just going to be content sitting back here for a second, kind of regrouping and just pulling in closer on that slipstream. No, he's going to try it on the inside here. He looks like he's going to try, but that Mercedes just has too much on the straight line to get him there. He's going to have to, he's going to really have to calculate his move in the corners here, I think. Alright, so let's just take a run through the back end of the pack here. We got Icer sitting in 7th there. He's just chilling. Looks like he's got a little bit of space between him in front and the guy in behind. We got Little Mac, though. Little Mac did have to pit, keep in mind, earlier for engine damage and an early spin there in the final corner of lap 1. So it looks like he's recovering pretty nicely here, and looks like he's pushing to get his way back up towards the front of that pack. So we'll have to keep an eye on Little Mac here. He's approximate. Well, yeah, Icer made a little bit of a mistake there. Maybe we'll stick with these two here for a minute. Yeah, Little Mac is already making the move here. He's going to make the move, and Benjo just kind of gives him his space, and okay, see you later, man. Go get him. Hopefully he can stay in that slipstream and just let Little Mac carry him right up to the pack here. That's the ideal situation. We'll take a look at these sweet liveries as well here as they go by. Got just a pretty simple GT Champions livery there. And Benjo with the Nice orange livery there. Nice simple black dog on there. GC Racing Team, I believe that said on the back. G2 Racing Team, I believe. Up in 9th place, we got Ghost Terror, or myself in this case here. Looks like he's a fair ways behind there, and it looks like he just had to pit as well. There is a red lap there, so I'm not sure what happened there, but he clearly took some good damage and had to go get that corrected. So hopefully all he did there was not take fuel and tires, and from what I can see, it looks like he did not. So we are good there. There it is. All right, there we go, guys. Sorry, now I got the right spot up here on my computer for chat. And we're just gonna go check on the guy on Icer Works back here in 10th. Right, he had that massive spin there early in the lap as well, and probably did some damage, so he probably had to take a pit there too. So the tail end, the last 7 guys got a little bit of work to do, but it looks like they're just kind of settling into the race. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on. And Egon is starting to pull a little bit away from Supermax here. Alright guys, I'm working on the sound. I hope that's better for everybody. Now that I got the comments up, I can see what's going on. My name is Egon, better use Egon. Good job so far. What's up guys? Thanks so much, appreciate it. Magic Pan, how's it going, brother? So it kind of looks like the race is starting to settle in. Everybody's just kind of doing their thing right now. We have a little bit of a good group going here. We'll keep an eye on this. Looks like Gorski's got a small enough gap here, but these guys are definitely getting close enough to grab that slipstream by now here. So we'll keep our eyes on this middle pack here for a minute. And we're just going to bring up the driver's standings as things kind of settle through here. Alright, so there we got the driver's standings here. It's going to be a little bit hard to see because I'm going to leave the race kind of going in the background just in case anything goes down. We can quickly get back to it here. So as you can all see, we got Little Mac up in first place there with 86 points. We got Supermax very close behind with 80 points. We got G-Man for Fun with 55 points. Egon there with 54. So I mean, he is nipping. He can taste that podium by now. Gorski at 52. I mean, he is right there as well. So it's looking like we're going to have a really good battle here for that 3rd position. Boys got some work to do to catch Little Mac and Supermax, but right now where Little Mac is in the race, this really gives these guys a chance to gain some ground as far as points goes. So this race is super important here for these 2nd to 5th drivers right now. Of course, we're going to keep our eye on Little Mac throughout the race here and watch his push and see if he can get himself back up to the front. 6th place here in the standings, we got Icer Works there with 48 points. We've got Mobile Ledge there with 47, who's unfortunately not in the race today. The Real Ozman with 41 points, Marchie Boy with 34. He could really capitalize here too with a podium finish if Supermax can't get his way back to the pack here into the front. So, and we got Icer Bender who's looking like he's having a fantastic race here, everyone. He's right there in the mid-pack and looking good. He's there with 30 points. We got RB Twilight with 25 points. He's unfortunately was unable to make the race. We have Toxic Bacon with 6, who also unfortunately couldn't make. Venti Supersoft also not in the race. Formula One, I believe, is not in the race as well. And then we have Quasmodo with no points yet, a new driver. And Ghost Terror as well with 0 points as a new driver. So we're just going to get rid of that here so we can get back to the action. We are, I'm not even sure how far in. We are almost 20 minutes into this race now, so we're about a third of the way through that first stint. And lap times are looking pretty consistent. It looks like this is what these guys are going to be running. It looks like these guys are already in fuel saving mode. Again, this is a long track for 45 minutes. This is a long track. This is a very long track. I would suspect that fuel is potentially going to be an issue in this race. Potentially tires as well, as hard as the guys are pushing, I think. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to develop as the race continues on, of course. We got Quasimodo here, Quadmodo, my bad. I'm sorry guys, I will get your names right, I swear to God. All these guys are watching me and I race in their group, so I gotta behave myself. And he's just kinda, he can see the guys, he's, you know, 3-4 seconds. 3-4 seconds here. We can actually pause to see what the gaps are. We can just go into our live timing here. So right now, Supermex is only a 10th behind, and then we've got Igorski quite a ways behind the 2 leaders. Those guys have really gained a gap. But I mean, from third and fourth are close. 5th and 6th are very close. And then I mean, G-Man's right there as well. And then our boys that looked like they had some incidents early on in the race are a few seconds behind. It's unfortunate. It's just the way racing goes, you know. I know myself personally at the beginning of the race, it was just a matter of forgetting about cold tires and just missing some braking points, and that's all it takes. And boom, you're in trouble. So it looks like everybody's settled into the race now. Little Mac is up in 6th place. So Little Mac has gained a couple more positions since the last time we checked in with him. He is running very, very fast times right now. Based from what I've seen as cycling through the drivers, he is a good 3 seconds faster than the rest of the pace. However, how hard is he pushing, and what's that going to do to his tires and his fuel as he gets further into the stint? I guess we'll find out. And up in 7th, we got G-Man. G-Man's chilling right now. He's trying to gain as much time as he can on Little Mac. Little Mac is flying. It kind of looks like G-Man's just chilling. Same thing. He's in that fuel saving mode. He's just running nice, good, solid, consistent laps. And I mean, as you can see, from 3rd to 7th place there, I mean, there's not really that big of a gap. I mean, one little incident and I mean, you can lose 2, 3, 4 positions really quickly there. But we do have something starting to develop up in the back of the pack here. Looks like Ghost Terror is catching Benjo. I'm not sure what the matter is there. Benjo has definitely slowed his pace down a little bit. There must have been an incident I've missed. And Battle of the Orange Liveries here, I guess. We'll stick with this for a couple of minutes. We don't want to stay here too long in case we're missing something up in that nice little juicy group in the middle of the pack there. You know there's going to be some racing going on there eventually. And it looks like they're both running pretty consistently. I don't think Ghost Terror really wants to push too hard and try to make... Oh, little loose there. He looked like he was pushing a little bit there. But he kept it together nice. Didn't lose that slipstream, which is important. We're going to stick with this for about another... Ooh, Ghost Terror went a little wide there. Is he going to get a penalty for that? Let's go take a quick look. It looks like he got away with that. So we're going to... let's go on board here with Benjo here for a second and just take a look up his rear end here and see what it kind of would look like from what he sees. He did have a nice sector there, though. He is pulling away from Ghost. So I think we could probably lay off of this battle here. Although it looked like Ghost did gain some time there in that corner. He took that corner really short, which is definitely not necessarily the best line there, but he definitely gained a couple tenths of a second there. Pushing hard though, hitting a little gravel. All right, so just give me a second. I always got to change this every time I go into a car view. It's just the way it works on the replays. Unfortunately, I don't have quite the awesomeness that get you given here live, but we do have great advantage of backing up replays, so it actually looks like Ghost Terror might try and make a move here. I was just about to go back up to the front, but let's stick with this for another few seconds here. Benjo is doing a fantastic job keeping him behind him. Oh, Benjo goes wide. Oh my goodness. Poor Benjo, what happened there? I don't know what happened there. Let's go on board and see what happened there. It kind of just looks like he missed a braking point. Let's go on board here. He's coming through this corner very, very nicely. And your braking point's at about the 50-meter board here. And yeah, the car just didn't brake the way he wanted to there. It looked like he was pretty good on the point there. I think that it was just a little light there. Replays are such a pain, but we're doing our best here, guys. I really hope you guys are enjoying this. Please comment below. Let me know how the commentating is. I'm definitely trying my hardest here. Like I said, Tatiana and Chris's shoes are extremely hard to fill, but I am honored to be able to bring this to you, even though it's just a replay. These guys are a great group of guys. I've had a lot of fun with this group this week, and let's get back to the front of that pack here. We are 24 minutes into the race here now, so everybody's probably just kind of settled in. We're going to jump back on with the leader, Egon, here. Now, Egon has given me a little bit of information here in a private conversation on Discord here. I'm just going to bring it up. I'm a little bit unprepared for today. It was a very busy weekend, so I do apologize to everyone. I will be way more prepared next week, I promise. But Egon here, a little bit of information from Egon. He's now in Canada. He's a Canadian citizen, as you can see by his flag here. Canada is home to Egon. He loves Canada here, this is what he says. But he was born in Brazil and used to race for real in Brazil. Now, what exactly it was that he was racing there, I'm not 100% sure. If he's up in chat there, he can go ahead and ask him, guys. Don't forget to like and share the stream out, everybody. Let's get GT Champions League out there. Let's get people in here. Let's get them seeing these great races these guys put on. Again, this is presented by RWB Racing and sponsored by DG Detailing Group. And Hyprix does all the graphics for this stream. So huge kudos to those guys. These things don't happen without great sponsors like DG Detailing Group, and these leagues don't happen without great racing teams behind the scenes like RWB Racing. ISA Racing is a great racing team too, so I'm just really glad to see that they are a part of these races. We're just going to kick up to, let's go up into that mid-pack battle and see what's going on here. It still really hasn't changed too much. Igorski still has approximately that 1.5 to 2 second gap, which is just enough to keep these guys off of them on these long straights. That Mercedes, however, does have the best chance of regaining on that slipstream, and Marchie Boy is just chilling back here in fourth. And I really love his livery. Here. He's just kind of going through the motions right now. As I said, these are long races. Sometimes tires are a huge factor, sometimes fuel's a huge factor, sometimes you can just straight up go all out and just give her. This race in the case is definitely looking like it's going to be a fuel mileage race just based off the guy's pace. Marchie Boy did put down a really nice lap. It is his fastest lap at 3:09, so it looks like he is starting to maybe think about pushing for that third place position here. But we also got Little Mac now up in 5th place here, and he is hungry. He's looking, he's digging, he knows what is on the line here. He knows that Supermax is right behind him in the points in the championship, so we can fully expect him to continue to push hard this whole race. And there he goes. He's just going to take that position away from Marchie Boy there with authority up taking 4th place. It looked like Marchie Boy did a really great job there and just gave him a space and just held his line and just, you know what, I'm going to ride with you, bro. You're clearly faster on the track right now. Let's go catch these boys. So Marchie Boy is now really just got to stick with them and stick in that slipstream. And Marchie Boy may have a really good shot at a great finish here. It's looking like two so far in this race. So I'm glad we got there when that pass was made. We've missed a couple of his passes so far, but he is charging. So we will get back to Little Mac here in a couple of minutes. It looks like he is only about 3 seconds or so behind the next group of guys. So we'll get back to that. Quasimodo is doing very, very well here for his first race. He's just chilling. He's got pretty consistent lap times there. And he doesn't really have any pressure in front of or behind him right now. And that's a great place to be as a new driver. Getting your rhythm, getting the feel for what's going on. A new driver in a 90-minute enduro race, let me tell you from experience, is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. It is no joke. These guys, what they do week in and week out is absolutely phenomenal. And I tip my hat to all of you guys. For real. For real. It's no joke. It's no joke, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real deal. And we're just going to see G-Man here. G-Man's just chilling. Love the purple livery. I love that deep colored livery. I really do. I really do. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Nice deep blue. Nice, simple. A little bit of Guinness on the back. You keep those for after the race, though, my man. You gotta keep that for after the race, my man. And I'm not sure. Let's take a quick look at the live timing here again, real quick. We got G-Man is roughly, well, yeah, he's about 12 seconds behind a 6th place driver, Quadmoto, and Quadmoto's about 3 seconds behind Marchie Boy. But as you can see, these guys right here, Little Mac, we're going to keep an eye on that. 15 seconds right now, so we're going to keep our eye on that. And 8th place. Oh, Ghost Terror eventually did get around Banjo. That's right, Banjo did walk. Sorry, no, ISO Banjo. It was Banjo. Sorry, both the Icer boys back there. That's really surprising. Really surprising. Ghost making a little bit of a mistake there. Looks like he's coming out of that corner really slow. Let's see what happens here this next corner. He's gonna have some dirt on his tires. And it looked like he just takes it a little gingerly there. No need to force the issue. He's just kind of by himself there chilling. And we're gonna go up here. Looks like Isowalks got 9th place off of Benjo. Benjo probably had to pit for some damage after that spin. It looked like he took a pretty good hit to the wall. And we're 30 minutes into the race now. So the pit window is coming in 20 minutes. So these guys are probably starting to think about the strategy. Some of these guys probably have their calculator out. They're probably trying to think, okay, how hard can I push here until our pit window? And can I push to the end of the pit window? Everybody's looking really good so far. So I think we're up for a pretty good race. And poor Benjo there. He's really slow on the pace, it looks like. He's definitely suffering from a little bit of damage. Let's see if he hits the pitch here to repair this damage. He's really struggling with that car. He's really struggling. He's really struggling. He's definitely got some damage there. Let's see if he pits in here at the end of the lap. We'll go back up into Little Mac here and continue to watch. Oh, and Little Mac has shaved a ton of time off of Agorski here. Let's just take a quick break on the pause here. Let's take a look at that timing. 1.1 seconds. And Agorski is also gaining on Supermex a little bit here, sector by sector. And Egon is just cruising right now. He's just cruising. He's got a nice little 5-second gap on Supermex and running some purple sectors there. So fantastic stuff from the drivers here so far today. Had a couple of self-involved car incidents so far on the track, but we haven't seen any real bad racing incidents. I don't think it'll be too bad so far for the stewards on this race. So there's still a lot of race left yet. We do have to factor in that the tires are going to start to wear down, and the guys may be pushing for those extra positions before the pits start. we're just going to go up into second place here. You see how Supermex is doing. And he's got that Mercedes just kind of chilling there. He's about 5 seconds behind our leader Egon, who is just on a tear right now. However, you can see Supermex is starting to pick up the pace a little bit there in his lap times. He's second faster. So let's just take this lap through to the finish line here, and let's see if he even pushes another faster lap here. And then we'll jump on board with our leader next lap. We'll do a full lap on board with our leader, and jump into one of each type of car so we can listen to it. You know, the game has done such a fantastic job of really trying to capitalize on every aspect of the simulation part of the game. And I'm sure we're all looking forward to the old GT7. The GT7's coming. We all are excited about it. I've got mine pre-ordered. About 137 days, and it's downloading, baby. I'm excited. And we can only hope that the engine has gotten, 100% better. And of course, we all hope and pray that they really get that penalty system engine worked out on the online racing as well. All right. So he did back off a little bit there. We're just going to go back. Oh, Little Mac did make a move. We are going to back this up a little bit here. Let's see what happened here. Looked like the move was made a little while ago. Alright. We're going to take it back here. So let's see what happened here. We're going to, let's go on board with... Oh, let's go on board with Igorski here, and let's take a look from kind of what he's seeing in his review mirror here. There we go. I love this view. You get to hear the sound of the car too as well a little bit. So I'll shut my mouth for a second and leave you guys listen to that sweetness. There he goes. So that was on board the BMW there for sound. So let's go on board with an AMG here for a minute. Failing Untitled Chapter link, so I'll try to keep it in the sweet spot so we don't hear that grappling. I don't know how loud that is for you guys. How's the sound of the car for you guys coming through the stream? I can definitely crank it up a little bit if we need to. I think we need to. I don't think you guys are really getting the full... That's as loud as it can go right now without me stopping the replay, so... Alright, let's go do a onboard lap here with our leader, Egon. Still pushing. If you look at his lap times there, I mean, the last 4 laps, last 3 laps, so 308, 307, 307. That is definitely on the top end of the pace for these guys racing in GT3 division here today. He wants that win. You can feel it. He is pushing. He is pushing. He's got some extremely great lines here. He's not pushing the car too much. He's just doing his thing right now, just trying to keep that gap. Starting to think about maybe when it is he should pit, should he maybe pit early, should he pit right at the end of the window. This is kind kind of a tricky pit window on this track because the laps are so long, and you have to be out of that pit before that 40-minute remaining mark. And we have a purple sector from up here on this lap. This might be a good lap to go on board with here. This is coming into the chicane here. Took them very clean, very smooth. This is a tricky corner, this corner. You think the apex is right there. Oh, now the apex is there. It's almost like a double tight apex. And then you got this nice sweeping corner coming up onto the St. Croix Bridge here in France. And this is actually a really great shot. I like this. This is my favorite part of this racetrack, just driving across this bridge. And then of course you're coming off of a very high speed straight into a tight little set of S-turns here. Coming into a very fast sweeping long corner, but you have to be careful with this corner on your line, because if you hit it just wrong, it is going to kick you hard to the outside of the track, and it is going to put you in that grass and get you in all kinds of trouble. All kinds of trouble. Gotta mess with the cord a little bit. Alright. So we're going to take this through the finish line here, and then we're going to bring up the starting grid just compared to where everybody is now. And not quite a fastest lap, but nonetheless a very nice lap. So let's bring up that starting grid. Alright, so starting the race in first would have been Mobile Edge, but of course Mobile hadn't made the race yet. We've got starting in second place was Marchie Boy, and now we got Marchie Boy just kind of chilling out back here up in fifth place with his sweet Mercedes. By the way, Marchie Boy, I love your livery, my man. I love that orange livery. It's great. And then we had Ice and Walks in third place, and I believe he is still, yeah, he's still chilling back there up in ninth place, just doing his thing, trying to kind of catch back up to the 8th place driver, Ghost Terror there. The incident set him back a little bit. Lots of race left, anything can happen. And then we had our Gorski, of course, starting up in 4th place, and just still chilling up there in 4th place. Little Mac is long gone out of the picture. Little Mac is shaking down Super Max. We'll get back with Little Mac pretty quickly here. And then, of course, Gorski has Marchie Boy right there. I mean, he's in the mirror. Just chilling, trying to get that slipstream, do a little more fuel saving, maybe give it a couple extra lap push before that pit window comes in. Maybe get that pass just before the pitch, you know, and all that matters. Or go into the pits with a little more fuel than the next driver, or maybe you can get out of the pits ahead of him, right? There's so many things that a driver starts to think about at this point in the race. We are 36 minutes into the race at this point, so we are getting very close to that pit window opening up, so you know these drivers are thinking about it. Egon starting up in 5th place, or obviously right now he is our race leader, and definitely in control of the race with that BMW M6 right now. He is just cruising, he's doing his thing, really no pressure right now, just doesn't want to make a mistake. And then we had Supermax starting up there in P6 at the beginning of the race, and doing very well, up 3 positions, sitting in 2nd place right now. But you gotta be thinking he's looking up at that live timer every once in a while, and probably seeing those seconds tick down. You gotta be thinking he's starting to kind of maybe look in that review mirror a little bit, knowing that Little Mac is coming. So it's important for Supermax to stay ahead of him in this race, obviously, to get that points gain on him. So this is shaping up to be a really great race finish here, I think, ladies and gentlemen, for real, for real. And then in 7th we had G-Man, and G-Man is just chilling there in 8th place. Can just see the driver ahead. Oh, who is Ghost Terror? So Ghost Terror, somewhere along the way there, found his way around G-Man. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't really recall, to be honest with you. So looked like he maybe just had a little bit of an incident there on lap 10, and Ghost Hair may have been just close enough to capitalize and get around it, what it looks like. And then we had Benjo starting, and oh, it looks like we've lost Benjo here in this race. I do remember this happening in the race. I believe it wasn't too much before this. So that's really unfortunate. It looked like he was on a decent race there, and unfortunately it looks like he's having disconnect issues. That's really unfortunate. We never like to see a racer go out like that. It's really hard. It sucks. It sucks. We feel for Benjo there. All the love, Benjo. Really unfortunate, brother. And that's alright. You'll get it back in the next one. You'll get it back in the next one for sure. And then we had Toxic wasn't here, the real Ozman and Venti wasn't here, or Formula G or Twilight, so we had Quadmodo, who is still just chilling here in 6th, but it does look like he is pushing up on Marchie Boy here. So did Marchie Boy make a mistake? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like Quadmodo's pace has just picked up, and he's just kind of starting to reel him in there. So you might be thinking maybe he's doing pretty good on fuel, and he's going to see if he can maybe gain that position. And of course, Ghost Terror sitting up there in 7th place, as we see there, just kind of chilling. He started up in 9th place there, so up a couple of positions. And a couple incidents at the start of the race, and it looks like he's just kind of off in no man's land there. Nobody really in front of him, nobody really behind, so just running his laps. Let's get back to Little Mac. We know he's pushing, and as you can see there, he can see Super Mechs. So again, let's just get to the live timing here real quick, and let's see how much time. He was 14 seconds behind approximately 3-4 laps ago. And as you can see, he is closed that gap up quite a bit, by 10 seconds almost. So Little Mac is pushing. With that though, is he going to have the fuel to make the stint is the big question. So we are now at the 40-minute mark. The pit window has just opened up, so we can remove the banner here now and show you guys what's up. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Apologies, guys. So let's go check out everybody's fuel and tire situation here. This is right at the beginning of the pit window here, so these guys still have 9.5 minutes to complete their pit stops. So let's go take a look here. So we've got our leader here. His tires on the mediums are looking really good on that BMW. He's done a really good job managing those tires with the pace, and looking pretty good on fuel. So great pace and great fuel and tire management. He is having a fantastic run here. He's really got that car dialed in, it looks like. So the last stint here should be really interesting to see. Super Max here. Tires are just a little bit worse off than the BMW in front of them there, but looks like about the same amount of fuel at this point in the race, and looking like he's probably safe for the end of that pit window. Move down to Little Mac now. Now we all know Little Mac has been pushing. Look at those lap times, and his fuel is absolutely phenomenal. He actually has a little bit more fuel than the guys in front of him, and the tire wear is pretty similar to the leader Egon's BMW M6 there. So he's having a great drive here, and honestly looking like driver of the day right now. Having an incident from the front going to the back, and racing back through the front of the pack here. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that. He is probably about a second and a half back from Super Mechs at this point now. So let's get through this real quick, because I think that's something we need to be keeping an eye on here. Quadmodo in 4th place here. What happened? We may have had an incident here. Hold on, folks. We are going to back this up a little tiny bit here and see what happened here. Moto does have some front spoiler damage here. Has he gotten maybe into the back of Marchiboy at some point here? Or he's just tapped the wall the right way to avoid suspension damage, which is surprising because most times if you take aero damage hitting a wall, you're taking left or right suspension damage with it. So he may have gotten into the back end of Marchiboy here at some point in the last couple laps and we just missed it. But let's see what happens here. This is just shortly before the pit window opens up. Let's get it to the point where we're getting close to the move here, so we're not on stream forever. Ah, they pit. Okay. I got you. I missed that completely. So the two guys in front of him just pit. We thought something big had happened there, but didn't want to miss that. And then we've got G-Man there. G-Man is a little lower on fuel at this point in the race. He's probably going to be thinking about pitting now or the next lap. So let's just stick with him here for a second as we come into the last final couple of quarters of the lap here. We are on the second last straightaway before the final corner to the start-finish line and of course pit lane here. So let us see if he takes a pit here. Ghost Terror definitely goes in and takes a pit here. G-Man is going to stay out and take that 7th position here on this lap. I'm not sure. Let's take a quick look. Ghost has really good fuel here. Oh, he's got engine damage. He has, and somebody hit the bike. Somebody did something bad there. I do recall what happened there. I was coming into the final corner too fast. I missed my braking point, slid into the wall at the end of the corner. Thankfully, it was right at the beginning of the pit window, so I just decided to slam the pits. And we got Icerworks here. Already pitting in. He's got nice fresh racing softs and a full tank of fuel. And of course we lost Benjo, so we're just down to 9 drivers. So let's get back up to the front of the pack here. Egon is probably gonna pit this lap. I mean, he has been fantastic on saving fuel here in this race. Being an elite at the pace he has, he's done a really good job. And it looks like I'm thinking he's gonna pit here. I don't know if he's got enough fuel to push another lap. There is enough time in the pit window at this moment. As you guys can see on the screen there in the bottom left-hand corner, that's the time into the race we are, because this is a replay, because it's not live. So instead of the countdown going down, the countdown is going up. So he's got time to do one more lap and still out of the pits, I believe, before the window ends. So let's just see what he does here. Coming into the straight, oh yes, he's going to dive into the pits. He looked like he was maybe going to take another lap there. And Little Mac is now actually trying to make a move on Super Max right here at the pit window. Both these guys are going to go and take another lap here. They're going to try and gap enough on Egon here to come in next lap, pit, and hopefully stay out in front of him. So Egon's sitting back down in 3rd place here. He was down to 4% fuel, so I was correct, or he was not going to make another lap. So with some extreme fuel saving, he could have, but he would have just handed 1st place over to Little Mac and Max here. So interesting little development. He is now out of the pits and back on track, so we will see how that develops. And we kind of went through all the tires and all that, so we are going to put that banner back up. Even though this isn't live and we don't really need to worry about, somebody going to somebody who's live streaming saying, oh, this guy's got this much gas, we should start pushing. Because it's a replay, we want to keep it as authentic as possible. I fully intend on streaming the very final week live as the race happens. I am going to sit out of that final race to make sure that the final race is streamed live as opposed to replay, it's a championship weekend, so to speak. So it's very important that these guys get their live coverage. And I'm not going to make an impact on the standings to be fighting for those top 3 positions coming in so late in the season. So the final round of the G Champions World Cup this year will be GT3 division. I will plan on live streaming, and we'll keep you guys obviously up to date on the G Champions website on that. And we got Ghost out. He's got his tank of fuel. He's got his tires. Just chilling. He got his 7th place back because G-Man had to come in the pit. He's now out, full tank of gas, GTC Racing soft. It does look like all the drivers started on mediums and we wanted to save those softs for the end of the race. And Icer is also done his pit. So all the drivers have come in, and except for Little Mac and Super Max, we will get back to them right now. Within the pit window, so they are the last 2 drivers at this point to make that pit stop. So we will keep an eye on that for the end of this lap here and see where they come out in comparison to the leader, who was the leader, Egon, who quite potentially will still remain the leader as these guys stop for their pits. It kind of looks like Little Mac, if he really wanted to, could actually take another lap as far as his fuel goes, but there's just no way he would make that pit stop in time for the end of the pit window. So I think he will be pitting this lap, as well as Super Max. They have no choice. They won't make the bottom end of the pit window. So Little Mac had 6% fuel, and Super Max had 1. So Little Mac did a amazing job on pushing from the back of the pack and coming into the pit window with the best fuel out of all the drivers. So hands off to Little Mac in that first stint. That was some amazing fuel saving, absolutely amazing. And obviously this guy has that fuel saving thing figured out, and that's probably why he is where he is in the championship standings at this point. So where did he come out? Egon did come out ahead. And quite significantly. So let's just pause this here real quick. Let's get that live timing board up. So this is after a full round of pit stops. All the positions are settled back into place. And Egon came out 9 seconds ahead of Little Mac. So it actually kind of looks like Egon gained about 3 seconds there, pitting when he did, and Little Mac and Super Max making a call to run that extra lap slightly hurt them a little bit, but this race is far from over, ladies and gentlemen. We definitely expect to see a battle from probably 6th place up to 1st at this point right now. We have Max about 5 seconds behind Little Mac. Agorski is quite a ways behind the leaders at this point, and then we have Marchie Boy just 1 second behind Agorski at this exact point in the race, and Quad Moto is about 6 seconds, and then Ghost Terror and G-Man and Icer are significantly off the pack at this point. So we'll be keeping our eyes up on these top 6 guys for the most part for the rest of the race here. So let's get back to that. So we're just going to kind of siphon through the order slowly here, watch a couple corners on each driver, and go see if we got any battles starting to brew up early, or these guys are just going to kind of settle into this race for a little while. For the most part, from what I can tell, when the guys are racing each other, it's been fairly clean. Now, a little bit of side contact, but yeah, I mean, myself personally racing, sometimes it's unavoidable. There's going to be a tiny small amount of contact, as long as you're not interfering with that driver's momentum or pushing them off a turn or something like that. I mean, it's going to happen. It's racing, ladies and gentlemen. But I mean, honestly, these drivers do an absolutely fantastic job at keeping it as clean as possible. There is so much respect amongst these drivers, even though they're competing against each other. There is so much respect between them, and makes these events great and these races great. Pardon me, guys. I'm gonna have to wet my throat here pretty quick. There's a lot of talking. You know, I should be used to this being a streamer, doing this streaming regularly, but it just never gets old, man. Your throat gets dry. So we have in third place here Super Max. He can't see Little Mac. I mean, Little Mac is just pushing. It looks like nothing else is acceptable except for first place for Little Mac today, and he knows what's on the line. So we fully expect Little Mac is going to push extremely hard today. Alright, so let's get some shares. Let's get a share train rolling, everybody. I'm going to start the share train off with my own personal page right now, and we're going to get this out to, let's get this out there. Let's get this out to your communities. Let's get this out to your groups, everybody. Let's definitely get this out to your public profiles. I am doing it right now. Let's get a share train going. Let's get GT champions out there. Let's get more people coming in and check out these races. Let's get more drivers interested in racing. Let's really pump these events up, you guys. These guys work so hard. It's amazing what happens behind the scenes of these events. And let's build it. Let's get those shares out. Let's get the share train going, GT champions fans. Let's get that out there for everybody. Let's get it out there for GT Champions League, everybody. I should have done this sooner. I'm just a bit slacking. Alright, so we got that share out there, guys. We got that share out there. Thank you so much, everybody, who's tuned in so far tonight. Thank you, everybody, bearing with my very first commentary gig, and I really do appreciate the support. These are a great group of guys, as I said earlier, and this is a really a new thing for me, and I actually enjoy it. I'm a huge racing fan myself. A little bit of history about Ghost Terror 45. I did used to pit crew for a super late model racing team back home. Fairly large city, local track, you know. Super late models, street stocks, the truck races, stuff like that, you know, the truck racing. But I was a spotter for the race team for a few years, and yeah, racing is just a passion of mine. That's why I play Gran Turismo. I'm really glad that I got back into it. All that being aside, it does look like Martin Boy is starting to try and push up on Gorski here. So right. It looks like Moto is pushing a little bit there too to try and catch up to these two guys. So we might have some action coming on here for the lead and potentially all the way up to 4th position as it stands right now. And it looks like Ghost Terror is still quite a ways away. Doesn't really see anybody in front of or behind. Icer works, same thing. We miss G-Man. My bad, G-Man. We're coming, buddy. Here's some love for you, bro. And yeah, it looks like these three drivers are just kind of spread out apart from each other, and they're just turning their laps and just kind of chilling out, which is fantastic. Okay, I go back to that 4th place situation here. I think that is probably the best battle on track at the moment. Oh, and Little Mac actually took that position from Super Max. No, he did that earlier. My mistake, guys. My mistake, guys. That was just before the pit window. He made that move. That's right. I forgot. So he's actually driving away from Super Max, and basically trying to track down Egon right now. Hey, no freezing stream. Come on now, play nice, play nice. Awesome, thank you so much for the share, Tatiana. Huge appreciation. GT champions, guys, get it out there. Lots of love for these guys. Don't forget to check out Tatiana's amazing commentary for that GT2 division here as well on Saturdays. Everybody, she did the GT Division 1 race this weekend because Chris was unable to do so due to a birthday weekend. So happy belated birthday, our guy, and lots of love from all the fans out here. So Little Mac's just pushing. We'll see if he can. Get caught up to Egon. We'll check the live timing here in about another 2 or 3 laps, and see how things are going. We got. This is definitely looking like something that we kind of need to stick on here. Looks like Marchie Boy is starting to push the envelope a little bit. He's starting to think about 4th place. Maybe he's got a little bit of taste of podium in his mind right now. So we'll see how this develops. And it looks like Quad Moto back there has a slight penalty. It looks like he's trying to bleed a 1-second penalty off there, so he can probably just cut a corner a little too much, I'm thinking. We have, yeah, probably at that chicane. That chicane's a little ruthless on the penalties there. You can cut it pretty good, but if you try to push it too much, the game will definitely make sure you pay the price for it. So let's get back to the rear. Let's see how it looks from the back end of Gorski here on board as Marchie Boy starts to push towards. And we have some nice laps coming from Gorski here too. Nice consistent 308s. He's probably looking in that review mirror, seeing that orange Mercedes starting to creep up. So he's probably like, okay, let's see what you got. So it looks like Marchie Boy is going to have to work for it, but Gorski is absolutely doing his best to keep that Mercedes behind him. Let's go check our leader here. Let's go check on that leader. Wrong button, guys. My apologies. There we go. Alright, so we are approximately 60 minutes into this 90-minute stint at this point. You know that some of these drivers are now probably starting to think about when is the right time to try and close that gap. We all know Little Mac is gonna push right to the end of this. Looks like Egon is actually on a personal best right now. I'm not sure who has the fastest lap at the moment, unfortunately, but we'll check that next time we're on the live timing screen. And it looked like he went a little bit deep into that corner there. He might maybe be starting to think about that pressure from Little Mac. He's probably looking at that live timing up there and potentially seeing that time coming down tick by tick. So let's go take a look at that. Little Mac is approximately 4 seconds behind. He was 9 seconds behind approximately 3 laps ago. So Little Mac is definitely putting in some work. So Egon is probably starting to feel the pressure. And as we can see, Little Mac is starting to put down purple sectors. And of course, Little Mac does have the fastest lap right now with a 3:06.002. That is a great lap. Great lap. So this is going to be heated right here by the end of the race, I suspect. So let's get back to the action here. Just bear with me, everybody. I'm just going to wet the palette here for one moment. How's our sound doing? We still got good sound, everybody? Just checking the sound here real quick. If I can get my phone to work. Stream's way delayed on my phone. 1 second. It's so hard to tell if the audio is good with the main headset for what you guys hear, and then of course I've got earbuds in on my phone to make sure that everything is working properly, since this is the first time I've First time that I've been on that GT Champion site streaming one of the races for them, so I just wanted to make sure that everything's working. And the test run yesterday really didn't go well, so I was a little bit concerned, but it looks like we got everything together nicely. Michael Madonton, good sound. Thank you so much for that, guys. Thank you so much for that. It's always great to hear. I hope the commentating's been alright. I know we're slacking a little bit on showing all the drivers here. Everybody's just kind of settled into the race right now. There's not a whole lot going on track right now. As we've seen, fuel is somewhat of a concern coming into that 45-minute window. Oh, here we go. We got a little bit of a battle starting to develop up here in fifth. So let's go check that out. Let's get some racing going on, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. All right. So we've got Marchie Boy, who is trying to catch a Gorski, now also having to defend from Quad Moto. So this is going to shape up to be exciting here for the next couple minutes, guys. So let's see what happens here. These guys are starting to pile up. They're starting to get into that slipstream line. Are they going to wait for the driver in front to make a mistake, or are they just going to wait for him to get that beautiful slingshot and just take it? Quad Moto's in probably the best position here coming up to the bridge, which is a decently long straightaway, to potentially slingshot both of these drivers and get fourth place. So let's see what Quad Moto can do here, and let's see if Marchie Boy is maybe thinking the same thing here. Sound of the choppers going over the bridge, and Marchie Boy does look like he is going to try and make that move. He is on the inside, coming down into the braking point. A little bit late on the brakes, a little deep, but recovered nicely, and quite easily took that position there from Gorski. It looked like Gorski was playing nice, and also made sure that he had enough room into that tight little sector of the S corners there. So good job, these guys. Good clean racing. And good competition going here. So let's see if Gorski does have a response for this, or if he's just going to kind of settle in. Ooh, and we had Quad Moto going a little wide back there. He did get those tires into the grass, and we all know you even just look at that grass sometimes, and you're going on a merry-go-round ride. And looks like we have Icer going into the pits, so he must have had an incident there and has to go fix some damage. I don't really want to leave this right at the moment. It looks like Gorski is thinking about trying to get back around Marchie Boy here. So let's just stick with this for another minute. And Marchie Boy is on full defense right now. He took a very defensive line there. Also around that corner, you can see that he doesn't really want to give that position up. So it's going to be a game of defense and offense here. So is Gorski just going to back off and chill for a little bit here and kind of pull that gap and wait for the right moment? Or is he going to just try and get that move done? It looks like Quad Moto is starting to come back up on Gorski here as well. So this is... and it looks like Quad Moto is going to try and make the move here. He is on the inside track. Oh, he is on the outside line. My apologies. On the outside line. Looks like he gets this move done. Let's, wrong car. No, Gorski comes back around him. We missed that, so let's just back that up right here and just throw that down again. So we have Gorski playing defense here, and we got Quad Moto came really hard into that corner. No, I'm the wrong driver. Alright, well that was an epic fail, chat. We'll call that epic fail number 1 on the night. Not too bad, an hour in, and we're just going to let that race continue on here. Quad Moto is still pushing, so we're just gonna go check up front real quick, make sure that there's nothing happening here. It looks like Egon has still got a decent pace on Little Mac here. Little Mac is in the picture. He was just coming out of that corner as the camera view changed there, so he is in Egon's mirror without a question of a doubt. You know, Egon's probably looking at that live timing going, oh boy, he's coming, how much time I got left? Okay. It's probably very stressful being the leader of the race right now, knowing that the championship leader is coming, and he's coming very hot to trot, boys and girls, very hot. And let's go take a look at Little Mac here. Little Mac is running about 6 to 7 tenths faster a lap right now than Egon. So with that being said, we better check back in on this in about another 2. Better not stay too far away from this here. It could get interesting. And then we got Mex back here. He's running a little bit slower than the 2 guys in front, but Little Mac is in his sight line, so should be interesting, guys. This is going to be a very good race, I think, near the end here. And now let's get back to that little mini battle we got in the middle of the pack here. This is about where most of the action is right now. It looks like Marchie Boy has kind of regained a little bit of that gap because we got Igorski and Quadmoto battling back there a little bit. And of course, everybody knows in racing, when you're battling, you're slowing each other down a little bit as well. These guys have been battling for about a lap now. We have Quadmoto making the move on the inside of corner 1. Is Igorski gonna respond back with the cutback through the next corner? It does look like that is exactly what's on his mind. And they are side by side going into the left-hander, and they are still around. Oh, Quadmoto loses the back end a little bit, recovers nicely. He does recover. He still has that inside line, but he does go wide. And Igorski says, "Thank you very much, brother. You made that pretty simple for me, and I am going to try and go catch Marchie Boy again." So that was a good battle there. That was a good 2 little lap battle there from the 3 of these drivers. And we're definitely not going to stay too far away from this battle, not by any stretch of the imagination. These guys are driving absolutely incredible. They're keeping it extremely clean, and I think we're up for a really good race finish. I'm just going to check on Ghost Terror here. He is just chilling. Oh, good time. Woo! And he is eating some grass. Guess he figured he'd help the track out a little bit there and do a little mowing. So let's see how he reacts here. He's going to have some greasy tires. Looks like he took the corner pretty well. They're a little shallow, but and it seems like he's back to full speed here. So no harm, no foul there. He didn't get a penalty there, and it looks like he avoided some damage. So great to see. And go back, check on G-Man, our boy G-Man for fun back here. We know there's G-Man fans in the chat. And it looks like he's just kind of cruising right now. It looks like he's got a good rhythm going, actually. The lines are looking really good. He's looking really smooth. He's looking really consistent. Those lap times are all within 5 tenths of a second of each other over the last 5 or 6 laps. So he is definitely feeling a groove right now. So let's see if he can make his way back up towards the middle of that pack. And poor Icer walks back. Again, with the damage we seen earlier there, had to take that pit a little bit after the pit window. And looks like he's pushing good now. It doesn't look like he did a tire or fuel change there, so he shouldn't have to worry about the stewards there. And he's just doing his thing right now. You know, he's just chilling. He's just chilling. You know, the best advice that any race car driver will give you in these races is to never give up, no matter what happens. You can have the worst start in the world, and just, you know, put your head down and just keep running your laps. You never know what can happen in racing, and we do have. Little Mac is catching. Little Mac is definitely catching. We just seen him in the tail end of Egon's camera view there, and there he goes right there. So it looks like Little Mac is probably about that 2 to 2.5 second range. Let's take that live timing real quick. Yeah, it's 2.6 seconds. So he is slowly closing that gap and looking like a lot of purple sectors, and has improved his fastest lap to now a 3:04.841. So with that being said, those times are getting comparable to some of those Division 1 drivers right now. So he is absolutely cruising. And then Super Mex is 13 seconds behind Little Mac. That's going to be a big gap to pick up with the amount of time remaining here. We have Marchy Boy 19 seconds there, so approximately, maybe there can be something done there, maybe not. But Quadmoto and Gorski are they're nipping right there, and it looks like Quadmoto just made a move recently that we missed. But we'll definitely be keeping our eye from 6th through to first place here. And Ghost Hair is quite a ways away yet, and G-Man and Icer. The three of these drivers look like they're just putting their time in at this point and making sure they get a finish on the race, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's all track experience. It's all good for the drivers. So glad to see it. Glad to see him continue on, and race on, race on. Oh, are we lagging a little bit? No, everything seems okay. All right. Oh, I gotta give these commentators credit. They, this is hard. This is a hard racket. It's hard to throat. Use your voice, and it's so hard to keep up with everything that's going on track. So kudos to Tatiana and Chris for their commentating throughout the season here. This is definitely tough gig. Enjoying it though. This is a lot of fun. Being a part of the race is one thing. I don't know what happened up here throughout the race because I was way out to lunch in my part of the race and was doing my thing. So it is actually a lot of fun for me to be able to see what happened and put it out there for the fans as well to see what happened. But we definitely have a battle brewing here. It looks like Little Mac is closing that gap quite quickly. He's maybe even into slipstream range here. So let's go and take a really quick look at what's going to happen in 4th, 5th, and 6th here. It looks like Quadmoto is, man, we got some battles going on here. We're really going to have to bounce back and forth a little bit here. We do have the advantage of replay, thankfully. But Quad is putting the pressure on Marchy Boy. And he is putting on thick right now. He's going to try and take him on the inside. Marchy Boy just straight up denies him. No, I got the horsepower on this straight line. You can sit back there. Hold on a minute, brother. Hold on. You want this spot? You're gonna have to. You're definitely gonna have to earn it. And Quadmoto is racing, folks. He's fighting. He's racing. He's grinding right now, but keeping it clean. These guys are doing a fantastic job. Absolutely fantastic job at really keeping this clean. So, with that being said, let's hope there's no commentator's curse there. And Marchy Boy is going to play the defensive line here. And Quad thought about maybe making that move to the outside, but thought better. We really got to get back to that first and second place here for a second. I just got to check that gap. Little Mac is definitely closing that gap on Egon. Egon sees nothing but that in his review mirror right now. So I can imagine the things that are going through Egon's head right now. Knowing that the championship leader is right there. So we will be definitely keeping our eye on that very quickly as possible as well. Let's get back up into that 4th place battle really quick here. Alright, looks like Moto took that spot back, so let's back it up just enough to see what happened there. We have coming up the bridge. He's in the slipstream. He is right there and pulls off into the inside, coming into the next set of corners. And let's see if these guys play nice. Yes, they played very nice. Marchy Boy didn't look like he had the run to even challenge that defense there. It looked like Quadmoto got a really good run there. And these Australian drivers, man, they can drive. Boy, oh boy, can these Australian drivers drive. And it looks like he is going to hold that position. So let's get back up to this chase that we got going on here. We have 20 minutes left in the race. And things are definitely heating up for the lead here. I'm starting to crackle. Hold on, guys. We'll get that sweet spot, I promise. There we go. Just can't move by rolling it the wrong way. So your boy Tim Ghost here needs to get himself with a new chat link so we don't have this little bit of interruption into the audio here. It's a good battle here. It looks like Egon is handling the pressure pretty well right now. He's half playing the racing line, half playing that defensive line right now, trying to maintain as much of that pace as he can without Little Mac getting any closer. But it looks like Little Mac isn't going to give in. He's like, I want that spot. I am coming for it. I have worked really hard for it. I'm coming to get it. So we'll see how Egon responds here as Little Mac just slowly gets a little bit closer and a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And with Little Mac just chilling out behind that BMW there, you know that he's doing a little fuel saving and a little tire saving back there while he's back there as well. So you know he's got the ears working in the line there, and he's just hoping that Egon A makes a mistake and gets the easy go around, or waiting just for that perfect moment to make his move. And I'm sure we'll see that start to develop. I'm just going to watch it through this last set of turns, and I'm going to see how things are going back in the back of the pack here. We will get back to this extremely quickly. We got Quad there in fourth. Looks like he has pulled a pretty good decent gap on Marchie Boy, so it looks like he's sitting in fourth there pretty comfortably. Marchie Boy's got a little bit of work to do there to get that fourth place back, but I don't doubt for a second that he's more than capable of getting that position back if he really wants it. And Agorski's just sitting there, had a little bit of a rough last few minutes there. He's lost a couple positions. Maybe just a couple little mistakes, maybe just a little bit of the pressure. When you've got a review mirror full of another car, sometimes all it takes is for you to look up for half a second to see where that car is coming into the corner, and you miss that braking point by 10 meters, and that's all it takes for you to really kick out a little wide and give that position up. So lots of things can happen. Lots of things can happen. And let's just check it out here. We got Ghost coming up over the bridge there. Just kind of chilling, still doing his thing. He's still looking good. It looks like, though, we have Icer, I believe, is a lap down. So I don't think that, yeah, he's a lap down. He's a lap down because G-Man Fun here is behind him right now, still sitting in 8th place. So a little bit of a tough race for the Icer Racing guys this race, but I don't doubt for a second they will be back and competing again next week. So you never count them Icer guys out. Never, ever, ever. Let's get back. Yeah, see, we missed that. You know we're back in that train up. I kind of figured I was going to miss it as we went through the pack there, but we do have the absolute beautiful benefit of the replay today, so we can not miss it. So let's check this move out here. Little Mac's coming up at the end of the bridge here, and decides, yeah, okay, let's get tucked in. He took a beautiful line. As you can see, Egon went a little bit deep there, and Little Mac just stayed on that perfect racing line, and now he's just closing that gap, getting ready to make that move. He is going to try for a slingshot out of this corner, and this is a great corner to pass on actually on this track, and actually quite easily took that position from Egon there. So taking that high wide slingshot line really worked out for Little Mac there. That was actually a smart move on Little Mac's part there to take first place from Egon with only 17 minutes of racing left. So Egon pushing hard, just catches the wall there. Is he going to get a penalty for that, I guess, is the biggest question. It doesn't look that way. You could really abuse all that little bit of track into that final corner, usually, including the grass, but that wall, if you tap that wall hard enough, you can, well, I mean, honestly, it can give you a 5-second penalty, guys, and a 5-second penalty is devastating for a race. Devastating for a race. So, very fortunate there that the game didn't penalize him there for going around that corner too long. And Gran Turismo considers that as wall banging, so to speak, where you're using the wall to make the turn so you don't have to slow down. So I feel like he's fairly fortunate he actually didn't get penalized there. So great for him. He's still there. He's still fighting. And we'll see if he's got what it takes to catch up with Middlemac here. We're just gonna go back through the field real quick while Hugo tries to close the gap back up on Little Mac here. And yeah, that's quite a nice livery too that Supermax has got here. It's nice and clean and crisp. Nice lines, good coloring. So good job, Max, on the livery, brother. Really good job. And really looking like he has third place under control here. So this kind of looks like it's just a drive to the finish for him. Maybe hoping that a little bit of battling up front maybe gives him a chance to catch up some ground. And then we got Quadmoto. He's pulled a pretty good gap there on Marchie Boy at this point. So he's looking pretty comfortable in 4th place here right now. Marchie Boy is just kind of chilling and cruising. We don't see Gorski in the picture, but when you do look up on the radar in the top right-hand corner of the stream there, you can see that blue arrow. He's just a corner behind, so he's still within making a move before the end of this race. If he's got the tire in the field to do so, and it looks like he's pushing pretty good. It looked like he came through there quite quickly, so. We'll have to try to keep our eye on that. We got Coaster. He's still cruising, you know, he's still there, guys. He's still running those laps. Looking like he's settled into the race pretty good. It looks like the lines are nice now. Don't see a lot of wiggle in the car. I don't see a lot of sliding, so it looks like he's finally getting a little comfortable. And the livery on this car, let me tell you, was a ton of work. But there's a big cause for those of you who do know who I am. Go check out the page and follow the links there on that page to find out more about that livery and what's involved, what it's a part of. We'll get more into that, obviously, as the season goes on. I want to try and find out more information about each of these drivers' causes, what they're driving for, and their sponsors. So I can get that information out to you guys, the viewers. I know being a race car fan, me spending a lot of time at the drag race, spending a lot of time at an oval track. Just some of the favorite things to know about is, you know, the sponsors and the drivers and the things they do in their communities and all that stuff, and just that history behind a race car driver. That's what really builds up a race car driver persona, right? That's what really gives them their reputation, so to speak. A lot of guys are real racers that are into the simulated racing, the Gran Turismo racing game. There's a lot of real life racers in here. So with any kind of sport always comes something, some kind of passion, some kind of desire, something that they're always pushing to be better for when they're racing. So hopefully for next week we can have a little more information on each one of the drivers for you guys and get you guys a little bit more personal inside look at each one of the drivers. And myself as Ghostar 45 in this race, if you guys have any questions, do not hesitate to ask in chat, and I will answer the absolute best I can. Just here commentating on behalf of GT Champions, so anything that goes on with GT Champions, feel free to jump on their websites, or if you're part of one of their communities, just to go and ask those questions yourself. I may not have the right answer, and don't want to misrepresent the league, but for myself personally, if you got any questions, feel free, guys, feel free. It's all about building that personal relationship, and GT Champions League is a family here, and the community is part of that family. Without the community, the league doesn't happen. So thank you guys out there watching, and we appreciate all your support here at GT Champions, as well as on behalf of the drivers. You allow us to continue to put these events on for you guys and try to give you the best entertainment we can. And I got to tell you, these guys definitely try to put on a heck of a show. And it looked like Little Mac might have Might have lost the back end of his car a little bit coming out of the corner onto the bridge here, so let's keep an eye on this development as we kind of keep an eye. And Egon is just going to take that. He's just going to take that away. He just had way more speed coming up off that corner. Although he is a little loosey-goosey going in, a little late on the brakes. A little bit of pressure there. You can tell that's a little bit of pressure, maybe a little bit of nerves. You know, when you're racing this hard with the championship leader, even the best race car drivers in the world feel that pressure. How they handle it is one thing, but feeling it, they feel it. And Little Mac is looking to get that position back. So we are within 11 minutes to finishing the race here. With about 5 minutes left, we'll drop the banner. We'll let you guys take a look at the fuel and the tire situation. And Little Mac is going into the pit for some reason. I'm not sure what's happening here, so let's just keep our eye on this for a second. And damage, it looks like he was in for damage. That is really really unfortunate, and really a tough call to make with 10 minutes left in the race, and you're racing for the lead. So very interesting development into the race here. Little Mac got some damage, not sure from what. Whether or not it was caused by Egon chasing him down or not, I guess we'll find out as the race is finished and everybody does their reports and everything. But from what I can tell here, this probably looks like Egon can run away with this now. I'm not sure. It looks like Little Mac is a couple of corners behind, and it looks like Super Max has a legitimate chance here getting ahead of Little Mac by the end of this race. So, huge development here. Little Mac had some sort of incident and caused himself some rear aero and rear right suspension damage. And must not have liked the way the car was handling, because with 10 minutes left in the race, you would suspect he would just fight through that, but it must have really been affecting the way the car was handling, and he must have just felt it was better to get that fixed to see if he can chase Egon back down. Since he's come out of the pits, however, though, it does look like he is pulling away from Supermax here a little bit again. So Little Mac is on a mission, and Quadmoto looks like he's sitting pretty comfortably in 4th place here. Archie Boy up in 5th place here. A little bit loose coming around that corner, but nothing too major. Looks like the car just wanted to slide a little bit, but he got that into control pretty quickly. And it looks like, with 9 minutes left, he looks like he's pretty safe in his position here. Unless something drastic happens or he makes a very large mistake, I don't think that 5th place is should be locked down from Archie Boy here. So a good run by Archie Boy. And Gorski here had a little bit of a tough late to mid race, mid to late race, I guess, pardon me. And just sitting back there in 6th. Still a very good run by Gorski here, but just unable to catch back up with that 5th and 4th place pack there. I mean, whether or not there was an incident that maybe slowed him down a little bit to lose the pack, I'm not really sure. But he's a little bit off the pace of this one, guys. Then we got Ghost coming through here. 7th place, just chilling. What do we got? 7.5 minutes left in the race. Looking like he's just running his laps. It's looking like he's running his laps. So that G-Man, same thing, just kind of chilling. Whether or not you can see Ghost Terror as he comes around the corners, I'm not sure. So we'll follow him around just for a couple quick corners here and see if that 7th place driver is in sight here. By the time he gets around this long sweeping corner, we'll be able to see. We actually has Icer in front of him, so they probably can't see that 7th place driver at this point. So we're gonna head back over up into the first place driver here, and he doesn't see Little Mac up in that review mirror yet, and there's gotta be a little bit of a sigh of relief for Egon at the moment, not having that fluorescent green car all over his front or back end right now. So he may be breathing a little bit lighter here. He's probably not quite clutching his steering wheel as hard, and hopefully he just drives this thing home for the win now. But I highly doubt Little Mac is really gonna give up that easily. He was a couple of corners behind Egon a lap and a half ago. It looks Egon's going into the S's right now, and he's just coming out of the sweeping corners. So Little Mac is really going to have to put it down now, I think, to catch Egon. But we will see what happens. If anybody can do it, it's definitely these top guys here running. So, and we have Superman. He is not out of the question of potentially going for a second place finish here yet. Little Mac is a little ways ahead of him, but the amount of time left in the race, if Little Mac makes just a little mistake to lose him a half or a second, actually Supermax just went a little bit hot into that corner and had to hit the brakes hard there. That probably actually cost him a little bit of time. So if he wants second, he's definitely going to have to push. And it really looks like the back end of the pack here is just really kind of just doing their thing. It does look like, based off the radar, that Ghost is slightly catching Igorski, but I don't think that he has enough time left to even make the 10. Looked like G-Man almost lost the corner. It looked like he went a little deep, but looks like he came out of it all right there. So let's get back up into the lead here. Come on, Cracklin, let's not do this right at the end. We got Egon coming around the final stretch onto the start-finish line straight right now. He is looking like he's fully in control for the lead and the race win. And with 5 minutes left, he's probably feeling, I'm not sure how he's feeling. He's probably a little nervous, you know, all these things. So we could take this banner off now, guys. And we're going to take a look at the tire wear and the fuel situation for each driver. And Egon is looking pretty good on fuel. His tires for softs are in really good shape. Egon has done an extremely well job of tire saving in this race compared to the other drivers. The only one that was just as close in the first stint was Little Mac as far as tire wear went. And Little Mac looks absolutely fantastic on fuel. And tire wear is about the same on these softs as Egon. So I mean, tire wear really wasn't much of a factor in this race. And Little Mac's fuel saving ability compared to the rest of the field, from what I've seen so far today, is just up on a whole nother level. He has eighth of a tank more fuel than the leader does, so that could play into factor depending when these guys come across the start-finish line here at the end of the race as well. And Mex is working hard on just making sure that he keeps that P3 at that third place podium finish. Make sure that he is no further than right behind Little Mac at the worst case scenario here. So he's done a very good job at really commanding that third place position for the remainder of the race here. And we got Quad Moto sitting here a little bit slow going into the corner there. Got a little bit of kitty litter on the tires. Let's see how he handles that. Let's make sure that he's thinking about that coming around this next couple corners here. It's going to take 2 or 3 corners to get that kitty litter off those right side tires. So thankfully he had a lot of right-hand corners, so it probably didn't really affect him too much. He did pick up some rear aero damage somewhere along the way though. And then we have Marchie Boy. Looks like Marchie Boy is just kind of chilling. Marchie Boy's fuel looks very grim. He has a very low amount of fuel here right now, and we're going to have to keep our eye on that as we get towards the finish of the race here. We got Igorski. Fuel is in the red. He is suffering from a little bit of car damage. tires look great as far as racing softs goes. I guess we'll see what happens there. We got a couple of drivers that are looking close. Ghost as well, very close on fuel. He's in the red as well. So depending on how they need to have at least one more lap to back end of this pack. This will be their final lap coming through here, I believe. And we're going to try and stick with the leaders here now. They are going to get an extra lap. Little Mac gets an extra lap. The Super Mac's also going to get another lap. It appears that Super Max also gets another lap. Is Quad Moto also going to be able to get another lap here? We will see. It is going to be... He should get another lap, yes. And he should have the fuel, it looks like, for it. He's not going to be battling here, so really he's just got to get it past that finish line. Not as a blinking car at this point, and should be doing pretty good for 4th place here. And yes, he also gets another lap. So we're just going to... Ooh. What happened here? We lost a racer. We lost Marchie Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, Marchie Boy had something happen right at the end of the race and apparently looks like has disconnected. That is absolutely unfortunate with a minute left in this race. That is really unfortunate. And Gorski also will get a final lap, and it looks like this will be the last guys that are going to get a final lap. When Ghost Hair comes across the line, this will be the finish for him. As we come up to the start-finish line here, and 6th place finish for Ghost Hair in his first race. Granted, a couple spots given away from disconnected drivers there. And we're just going to watch G-Man come around the final sector here. And I was a little confused at the positioning of the two cars here. It looks like Icer walks. Let G-Man go through. And G-Man will be good on fuel. We just want to make sure that these guys all get their time across the finish line, of course. And sadly, everybody, we won't have the driver interviews at the end of this race due to the fact that I was unable to get them recorded yesterday. So my apologies there. We will have the driver interviews for you guys next week. And that's my fault. That's my bad. And as G-Man comes across the line, and Icer Walk is suffering from both front and rear aero damage here. He's definitely struggling here. So the top 5 guys are on their final lap, and we're gonna get to them right now. So we got Egon. Littleback is in the picture, but it looks like Egon is going to take the race win here. And coming across, flashing the lights, I bet you he is just excited right now. Big race win for Egon, great drive. And we failed on getting Little Max across the finish line, so we'll just rerun that. And Little Mac coming in with a very strong second place finish in this race, ladies and gentlemen. If I had to pick a driver of the day today, you know, it is a toss-up. We do have Quad Moto coming in with a fantastic run as a new driver in the division. Looking like he's going to place 4th. We have 3rd coming across there with Supermex. We have Moto now coming up to the last final section of the track here. And, you know, great drive by Quad Moto. Absolutely fantastic drive from this driver. And coming in with a big 4th place finish in his GT3 division debut. So congratulations to Quad Moto for a great drive as well. But so it's a toss-up, guys. If I had to pick a driver of the day, I mean, honestly, I would have to pick Little Mac because of how the race developed. He took massive damage, had to pit, had to fix the damage, came all the way from the back of the pack, and had a little glimpse of that lead just for a little bit there. and then unfortunately had some form of incident near the end of the race there, and made the decision to pit to fix the damage, and just decided to have to settle with a second place finish there. And as we got Gorski being the last driver to come through the finish line here, and like on fumes, he's on fumes. A great job by all the drivers. Um, it was a very good race. It was kind of a quiet race near the middle there, but I do have the finished standings here. So just give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna throw you to the B race. All right, so I at least made sure to take a screenshot of the standings at the end of the race yesterday, just so we could go through it here at the end of the stream. So, in first place, Egon with the BMW M6. He had a fantastic drive there. In second place, coming the championship leader at the moment, Little Mac. Honestly, with a fantastic drive. This guy drove his foot pedals into the ground today. So great job by Supermax, Little Mac, sorry, and Supermax coming in third place, and a great drive from Supermax as well. He was fighting up there for the lead for a little bit, and just kind of ran his race, and really just made sure he secured himself in a position to where going into round 8 next week, he's still got a shot at taking that title yet. And then in fourth place, with a very notable drive as well, as Oz Quadmoto, a brand new driver in the GT3 division this season. It was his racing debut, and just an absolutely fantastic drive from this gentleman here. So my hats off to all the drivers who everybody just did a great job. We have fifth with RWB Gorski. A little bit of a tough race for him, unfortunately, but that's racing, it happens. And then Ghost Terror, also a new driver in the GT3 division, a plus lap because he didn't get the extra lap, finishing up there in 6th place. G-Man for Fun finishing up there in 7th. Icer Walks coming in 8th place, a lap behind the leader. Had a little bit of a tough race there, but a huge kudos. He stuck it out, and he kept working at it, and he finished the race, and that is exactly what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. And then we had Marchie Boy and Icer Benjo unfortunately have some form of issue and disconnect. It does say that Marchie Boy is still running on this, but his car was not on track any further, so I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I guess we'll wait to see what happens with next week's race. So that is what's going on there. All right. So I really appreciate everybody tuning in and showing some love. It was a really great race by Egon. Nice win. Absolutely, Michael coming in. Great race and commentary. Thank you so much, brother. I tried my best to try and keep everything interactive. We'll work better on getting through the cars for next week, but it is what it is. I really appreciate that, everybody. And remember, here we are tuning in on GT Champions here on YouTube, and presented by RWB Racing, again sponsored by Detailing Group Incorporated, and graphics done by High Pricks. So huge thank you to all three of these what's the word I'm looking for here, entities, I guess, involved to make the GT Champions League happen. And I just want to say thank you to the viewers and thank you to GT Champions League and RWB Racing for giving me the opportunity to stream the replay of the GT3 division race. It was fun. It was really fun to see what happened in front of me as I was racing as well. And I look forward to continuing to do these commentaries until either I start doing it full-time live or we find another streamer to take on the GT3 division. So don't forget to hit those likes and shares, everybody. If you haven't subscribed to the channel here on YouTube yet and you love what GT Champions is doing here, you like the races, just go ahead and throw a subscription down for GT Champions there, everybody, and hit that little bell, turn on all live notifications, and every time GT Champions has an announcement for an event or they go live with an event, you guys will be notified so you don't miss it. And all the support out there from the fans is super appreciated, and thank you from the drivers as well to the fans for tuning in for these races. We love to do it for you guys, so much appreciation. Thank you so much, Astro Pancake, for the comment there. Awesome race. Congrats, Egon. Great commentary as well. We did miss some comments throughout the race. I do apologize. As a streamer, I really should know better. But I was just really focusing on trying to make the stream good for you guys here. So you guys just get a little bit of Gran Turismo education here at the moment from my home screen on my PlayStation. And that's quite alright. So we will be doing the same thing, unless other words forwarded from Chris and RWB Racing, but I suspect that we will do another replay live commentary race for GT3 division next week. We will do it at the same time, and we know the boys are going to put a show. So there's a couple things we'll make sure we get in for the next one. We'll make sure we get the driver interviews. That was all on me. That was my fault. I didn't get the drivers to stick around at the end of the race, and or I wasn't in the right spot. So that's my fault. We'll make sure we have those driver interviews for you next week. And again, we'll try to get that personal information from each of the drivers so we can get you guys a little bit more personal with the drivers. And that's what racing's all about, guys, growing a family and growing a community. On behalf of GT Champions, World Cup League, and Detailing Group Incorporated, and RWB Racing, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, and we will be back next week.